I'm tasked with an exceedingly difficult task in disclosing the manner of the way my mother chose not to continue to live.
Ashley Judd is speaking out about how her mother, country music icon Naomi Judd, died on April 30th at 75 years old. The 54-year-old actress sat down with Diane Sawyer on ABC's Good Morning America and shared the details on how Naomi lost her battle with mental illness.
We don't want it to be a part of the gossip economy. I will share with you that she used a weapon. Mother used a firearm. So that's the piece of information that we are very uncomfortable sharing, but understand that we're in a position that, if we don't say it, someone else is going to.
Ashley said that she was deputized by her family to discuss her mother's death in order to shed light on the disease and shine a light on a path for fans that need help.
My mother knew that she was seen and she was heard in her anguish, and that that she was walked home. She was walked home. And that when we're talking about mental illness, it's very important and to be clear and to make the distinction between our loved one and the disease. It's very real, and it is enough to. It lies. It's savage.
The Double Jeopardy star also revealed that despite her mother's impending induction to the Country Music Hall of Fame, she wasn't able to keep facing the disease.
My mother, our mother, couldn't hang on until she was inducted into the Hall of Fame by her peers. I mean, that is the level of catastrophe of what was going on inside of her, because the barrier between the regard in which they held her couldn't penetrate into her heart, and the lie that the disease told her was so convincing.
And it's the lie that you are not.
That you're not enough, that you're not loved, that you're not worthy. And I mean, her brain hurt. It physically hurt.
Ashley went on to detail the day her mother passed.
It was a mixed day. So I visit with my mom and pop every day when I'm home in Tennessee. So I was at the house visiting, as I am every day. And Mom said to me, "Will you stay with me?" And I said, "Of course I will."
Ashley went outside to bring in a comforting person who had arrived. When she came back,
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her. I have both grief and trauma from discovering her.
She concluded by encouraging fans to reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline if they need help in any way, and gave viewers a glimpse of the, quote, unfailingly kind woman Naomi really was.
Mom was a brilliant conversationalist. She was a star. She was an underrated songwriter. And she was someone who suffered from mental illness, and had a lot of trouble getting off the sofa, except to go into town every day to the Cheesecake Factory where all the staff knew and loved her. And I know everything about them because she told me everything about them. Or Dwayne at Walgreens, who needs to get a dog. That's the way she was. And she always had $100 bills stuffed in her bra, and she was passing them out to the janitorial staff. Just an unfailingly kind, sensitive woman. She was very isolated in many ways because of the disease. And yet there were a lot of people who showed up for her over the years, not just me.
Naomi's death came as her and her eldest daughter, Winona Judd, had recently announced their final tour as the Judds, which was planned to kick off later this year, and would have been their first in a decade. The pair also appeared together at the 2022 CMT Music Awards in March and performed their signature track, Love Can Build a Bridge. The mother-daughter duo had 14 #1 hits across 3 decades and won 5 Grammy Awards.